Modern SUVs are like the kings of the road, right? Innovation, styles for every taste, and that pride you feel behind the wheel. We all know how the American market drools over these tough, adventurous rides like Jeep Wranglers and Ford Broncos. But guess what? There's a new player in town turning head with some serious American vibes. I'm talking about the Dongfeng MENGSHI M-Hero 917, straight out of China, but hitting all the right notes for us SUV lovers. It's kinda wild. The Dongfeng M-Hero 917 has an American SUV vibe, but it's actually born and bred in Chinese factories, a cultural swap in the world of wheels. But this beast isn't playing around. I'm talking bold design, rugged strength, the whole deal. Inside, space abundance and tech that's off the charts. They've stuck to the classics too. Solid frame, all-wheel drive. Gotta respect that. It's crafted from a carbon titanium alloy. According to the production team, this giant's all about masculinity and athleticism. It's aimed at those high flyers, the guys with the cash and the drive for adventure. They're not just aiming to blend in, they want to turn heads. And they can back it with a service ecosystem that's as forward-thinking as its design. You know that Hummer H1 bold boxy look? Yeah, M-Hero has that same kind of swagger. And that grille is flanked by those sharp LED headlights shouting strength and toughness. They've nailed the American SUV style, and it's not by accident. It's a nod to what's worked wonders in the US market. But it's got its own flair too. That grille's like a piece of art inside, with this wavy pattern and the brand logo in the center. And those headlights are one of a kind, with this X-shaped LED design that screams uniqueness from every angle. Inside, the center console's something else. It's all rugged, like it's armored up. Even the vents join in on the tough look. Sharp angles everywhere. Looks like an armored vehicle. No wonder why, initially Dongfeng produced military rides, but then they switched gears to make cars for us civilians. 4,987mm long, 2,080mm wide, and 1,935mm tall, with a wheelbase of 2,950mm. That's the size I'm talking about. Flip it to the back, you've got this cross-shaped taillight that screams power. The trunk door swings open to the side, hiding a huge space for the spare tire. They've tied the rear to the front design. It's a match. Inside is a whole different world. That armored look around the central screen is still there, but they've added a dash of luxury with wood-like details. The screens are like a movie theater. Giant touchscreen in the middle, digital dash, even one for the co-pilot. All are touch-controlled. Even a sneaky fourth screen in the armrest takes charge of everything from seats to massages. Yep, 8 positions to chill in. The wheels speak volumes, crafted from special rubber by Dongfeng's partners. They're built to grab hold of reality, no matter how otherworldly the terrain gets. The gearbox of the M-Hero 917 is a marvel, intuitive and responsive. Hugging each turn and acceleration curve with a lover's precision, it executes nearly imperceptible shifts, save for the exhilaration you feel as the vehicle responds to your every want with a harmony that's almost telepathic. Steering feedback is dynamically adjusted for varying conditions, providing a genuine driving connection. The wheel tugs and pulses subtly to alert drivers to potential hazards or to assist in keeping to the intended path. Regarding safety, the M-Hero is built like a fortress, with airbags primed to spring into action whenever needed. The ADAS steps in like an extra pair of eyes. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, and automatic emergency braking got you covered. Whether you're trekking through dusty trails or caught up in city traffic, this SUV's interior stays a haven of freshness. It's like having your own oasis, showing that adventure that doesn't have to be all grit and grime, unless that's your style. Autopilot's got it all. Binocular and infrared cameras, radar, you name it. The car's got eyes in every direction. Even at night, the thermal imaging capability allows for detecting living obstacles beyond the beam of its lights. Oh, and the cool part is a reverse charging and a drone in tow. This drone takes off and hovers with the car, broadcasting the whole journey. Now that's some next-level stuff. You tap a screen and bam, your phone, home gadgets, and even your work network are all at your fingertips. And gamers, just imagine a built-in gaming console that syncs up with the main screens. Park up in some scenic spot and fire up the latest RPG, all wrapped in that theater-like sound system of your SUV. A whole entertainment center on wheels. I've mentioned the autopilot and the cameras and radars keeping you safe. But wait, there's more. An iconic AI co-pilot that adapts to your driving, saving energy and handling different terrains like a champ. And when you do take control, this ride's got your back with a super responsive feedback system, a guardian angel right there on your dashboard. Dongfeng's pioneering approach is the digital wrench. No more greasy overalls. When the M-Hero needs a checkup, It virtually diagnoses itself. Your user app will alert you if something's wrong, offering video tutorials for minor issues and a one-tap booking system for dealership service appointments. M-Hero is not all about brute strength, it's about sustainability too. Dongfeng blends muscle with a green touch. See, there's more to this ride than meets the eye. Dongfeng's got some eco-moves. They're into recycling, using upcycled plastics, and reclaimed metals in the M-Hero's making. Even the seat fabric is woven from recycled PET bottles, giving you brutal, comfy seats that match the M-Hero's rugged vibe. With the M-Hero, they're hooking you up with solar panels for your crib that link up with your car's charging system. Biocharging stations feed off a combination of solar, wind, and biogas energy. Super speedy charging spots, and these aren't your regular charging stations, these are luxe lounges, the kind that'd fit right into a top-notch hotel. Roll in for a charge and sip on a barista-crafted espresso in a lounge that screams luxury. When you leave the M-Hero, you step into a world of luxury. Dongfeng came up with a full-blown lifestyle concierge. Need to book a table at a Michelin-starred restaurant? Or perhaps last-minute helicopter trip across the city? The M-Hero concierge blurs the lines between SUV ownership and high-end living. Owners are part of an exclusive club with access to off-road events, eco-drive rallies, and tech talk seminars. Now, let's talk power. M-Hero has 4 electric motors, giving it a whopping 1,100 horsepower. It weighs over 3,200 kilograms, but can go about 500 kilometers on a single charge. Oh, and that suspension is something else. Air struts and a fully controlled chassis that let this baby turn on a dime and move sideways. It's not just about looks. This ride's got that American SUV DNA for tackling tough terrain. 4-wheel drive, high ground clearance of 221mm. This thing's all set for those off-road adventures, fitting the bill for explorers worldwide. Now, about the powertrain, 2 flavors. The first one's a chargeable hybrid with a 1.5-liter turbo engine working as a generator for 3 electric motors, giving it 816 horses and torque over 1,000 Nm. It goes from 0 to 60 km per hour in 6 seconds, topping out at 191 km per hour. With a 65 kWh battery juiced by cattle, it can go at least 750 km. Guess what? There's also an all-electric M-Hero, 4 electric motors, 1,088 horses, and torque at 1,600 Nm. It hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds, with a range of 450 km on a full battery, also by cattle. They've jazzed it up too. Bigger wheel arches, tweaked bumpers, and this sleek, unique bodywork. And in China, they're asking around 100 grand for this beast. Worth it? You tell me. And let's not forget their Warrior M50, started as a huge diesel pickup that got the Chinese market hyped. So, what did Dongfeng do? They decided to go big, creating a whole lineup of these mighty beasts. Can't blame them, the interest was through the roof. Besides its gas-powered lineup, Dongfeng is carving its own path in the electric world with the MENGSHI Warrior brand. M-Hero rolls in with 2 heavy lifters, the M-Terrain SUV and the M-Terrain pickup truck. At this point, you might think I became a #1 fan of M-Hero. However, there are a few drawbacks. Since it's relatively new, or not as widespread in certain places, folks have had concerns about its long-term reliability. Plus, while it looks like those American SUVs, quality might not match up. That could mean issues down the road. Resale value is a question mark too. Cars from lesser-known brands struggle to hold their value against the big players. Service might be a headache too. Maintenance or fixes might be a hassle if they haven't built a solid service network yet. And let's not forget the brand game. Dongfeng doesn't have the same reputation as the big names, which could sway how people see the car. The M-Hero 917 is a symbol of how the auto world is changing. In this connected world, China has crafted a ride that speaks the language of the American spirit. It's not about where it's from, it's about that shared love for rugged adventurous drives that unite car fans worldwide. China stepped onto the American SUV turf with the M-Hero, saying, "We've got this." It's bold, a sign that they get what the American market wants and are not afraid to bring their own game to the table. See, the Chinese makers didn't just copy, they took a page from another country's auto vibes. They've picked up on those design principles that work no matter where you're driving. And it's not alone in this game. It's facing off against BYD's Yangwang U8. Both pack 4 electric motors and serious off-road skills, but the U8 has that extra touch of luxury. Plus, it's a lot longer than the 917. Watch out for the upcoming Mercedes-Benz EQG. It might just join the ring as another tough competitor for this SUV showdown. Make sure to watch my video about it next. But hey, don't take my word for it. Imagine yourself in the driver's seat, control at your command, and the open road calling. Is the M-Hero 917 your dream ride? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Before you hit the road, smash that like button and subscribe for more.